Hello,
Hello, you're there,
I am
eventually.
here.
Oh, people are starting to come in. Hello, Sue. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Gatry, Celeste. As you can more or less tell, it is 10 past 3, and as we were about to go live, uh, what always seems to happen at the minute is that our internet just completely crashed. So we're actually working off of our phone's networks at the minute, to bring you the stream. So if you can hear us, you can see us. If you can let us know in the chat. Hello, Tracy, as well. See you've joined. We'll keep this one really nice and super short, but hopefully you can hear us and see us. Say, and if you want to put it in the chat, that would be great. And apologies if the quality of the sound or quality of the video is not what it should be today. We are struggling here with modern technology. It's just not playing ball with us at all. Um, so how are you, Mick? Keeping well?
I'm good. Um, as you know by now, and everybody knows, I absolutely hate cold, and it's a very cold day in beautiful Northern Ireland. Otherwise,
It is. I hope you all had a really good weekend. Mickey and I actually spent the day together yesterday, and Ali was there as well.
let's make that clear. Yeah.
Yeah, we have picked up some stock along the way in our warehouses. A lot of you will know that we have. We had made the decision to actually go to a traders market yesterday. So we actually the three of us packed the van up and went to a place called Nuts Corner here in Northern Ireland, where I used to go as a child. Because it's right beside the airport, and I love nothing better than to get burgers and chips and to watch airplanes. I was, as they would say here, happy as a pig in shite. That's what I did on Sundays when I was younger, and we had the day there yesterday, didn't we?
We did. I loved it. It was nothing like I expected to be. There was a lot of food. There was a lot of. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. I think I expected it more to be like a car boot sale. If you ever done a car boot sale, it will be a lot of junk that you collect around your house, and then you go and you sell it on to other people, or you just donate it and give it on. But this was a proper traders market where you would have, don't know, there must have been about 50 or 60 other stands where you
Yeah,
would buy little things and you sell little other, I don't know. I liked the clothes area. It was
yeah,
unexpected. Like I've never been to a market that sells this kind of clothes.
yeah.
And also the food. Ali got himself a Vietnamese coffee. If you know Ali, he absolutely adores Asian culture and he loves coffee. He loves the food. He loves everything to do with like Asian, anything Asian, he will love. And he got himself a coffee yesterday. And how happy was he, Noel?
Oh, he was. The sun was out. He had the sunglasses on. He had the coffee in his hand. He was. I was going to say the same phrase I said about 2 minutes ago. On the road. He was a very happy man. And so it was a day out for us. It was an experience. Excuse me. We actually learned quite a bit because we rocked up with like private label products. We probably weren't as organized, Mickey, as we should have been or could have been. But we now know the sort of things, like some of the things that we never expected to sell any of were actually some of the best sellers in the day. We did sell over a couple of £100 worth or maybe $300 worth of stuff. Actually this morning then Mick and I had to go back out because somebody who bought some products from us yesterday wanted to know if we had more, and he took a bulk order today, which we delivered at lunchtime today from our warehouse, clearing some much needed space for new products to come into. But so all in all, it was worthwhile, and we're probably going to do it again in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think the whole point here that Noel and I are trying to make is that there is a lot of opportunity out there, and there is opportunity around the corner and opportunities where you wouldn't expected it to be. So honestly, went to the market with no hopes. Um, And I think we were a bit like in the morning, everybody was so well prepared, organized. They had tables to sell their stock on, and us had one single table, a
Yep.
painting table, that we were trying to put things on, and we were trying to be as organized as possible. But there was something that we've done. I didn't expect myself to be in that situation, because whenever you go to a market, you are expected to haggle. People would give you a price, and you're gonna have to meet them somewhere in the middle, and I don't like
Yep.
it.
Yep.
But it seems like it was okay. I put myself out there, and we done okay. And as you said, next time we'll be a lot more organized. If you do look around you, there is opportunity.
Absolutely. Should it be Facebook Marketplace? Like we sell in a lot of different places. We sell mainly obviously on Amazon. That's the businesses that we all have. But I sell on eBay. I sell on Facebook Marketplace. I sell on Vinted. We've gone and did what we did yesterday, and then actually in total, we with this morning's sales as well, we cleared what would be $500,000. From the last 24 hours, because we put ourselves out there, and we went and we did it. We could have lay in bed yesterday morning, and but we didn't. We got up, went and did what we did, and we're reaping the rewards because of it. Apologies, I missed you 2 weeks ago. I wasn't able to be on file day. I was in an airport terminal coming back from the Manchester marathon that I ran 2 weeks ago. So Robert really kindly stood in, and I did try and join you, but the airport Wi-Fi was terrible. I caught a wee bit of it, and I got a bit of the replay. So I know that he talked about. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Tracy. I know he talked about the different types of file days that you have in the month. Generally, there would be two. There'd be one towards the start of the month, one in the middle of the month. And he did say then as well that on the odd occasion, there would be three in a month. And of course, 2 weeks on from when Robert said that, this is one of those rare occasions where we have a third file day. And if you like, he talked about all the different reports that you have to do as normal. Our S&Ts, our disbursements, and our PPCC reports, which are every 2 weeks as normal. And then at the start of the month, that you would also have to do some more engine file reports, as in your stock assets and your expenses. And he talked about why you do those. Um, and really, this being the third file day of the month, this is more like a prep one. You've just done your reports as normal for the end of that term, but we now know that in 2 days' time is the end of the month. So you should have, and I know you will all have, because everybody on here knows the score. You've been doing this really well now. You'll have in your calendars that you have to do your stock assets this week, and you have to do your expenses, because they're really important. They drive other reports that you can see so much more information on your businesses, like the P&L, and also the Pulse report that I know Robert talked about 2 weeks ago. So today we weren't going to talk about an awful lot, because again, everybody on the call has been joining us over this last couple of months. So you all know what you're doing. If you don't, if there's something that's still causing you an issue, fire me a DM, reach out to me. I know I have been speaking with a lot of you recently. I know Angelica, I see you on the call there. Thanks for joining. I've been speaking to you the last couple of days, Sue as well. If anybody has an issue, DM me. We'll get it sorted for you. But by and large, you guys know what to do every 2 weeks. You know what to do with your expenses and your stock assets as well. But we just wanted to then maybe show you a little bit of Monday, and also talk about some stuff. I have been having calls with partners recently, and some of the good feedback that we're getting whenever I'm talking to people is just about where can you find things. Some people are still struggling with where can you find the information, um, and even the likes of the scribes and the looms. If you guys do know where they are, let us know in the chat that you know. If you don't know where scribes and looms are, please let us know in the chat, and we can direct you to it. There was also some, people saying that they had trouble finding where the terms are, or maybe getting confused in the term dates and stuff like that. So it's actually really handy, Mickey. I suppose this leads on to Monday. Um, Monday's really handy. Again, everybody on the call is using Monday now, so we all know what to do in terms of letting me know that the reports are in. But also, there are some other things in Monday, like the terms. that are really handy should you sort of think to yourself, I can't remember, because we all have senior moments. In the office here, we have them more often than not, and people are looking at each other blankly going, what was I even going to say? But Mick, do you want to share up your Monday screen? Do you have it open?
Yeah, I'm going to share. Like Noel said at the beginning of the call, we had to log in with our phones. I don't know if it's going to work as clear as it would with the normal office internet, but let's try.
Tracy, you're saying that you don't know where they are. Are you talking about the looms and the scribes? If that's a yes, can you just say yes? If that's the case, we'll show you after Mickey's done her bit on Monday. We'll show you the foundation part of all reporting in Circle, because they're in there. And actually, part of the feedback was that maybe they're not highlighted enough for people to see. Okay, cool. Thank you. So we'll show you where they are once we've had a wee check on Monday here. All right, Mick.
Cool. Are you okay seeing the reporting board?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So we've done this a few times, but it's good to go over it and just do a refresher. Like if you have worked like Noel in the police or myself in the airport, you would know that now and then, us every 2 years, you would have to do a safety course. And the same, I think, I don't know if you know how to do it every year. With Monday, we're not gonna do it every 2 years, because otherwise all of you are gonna forget even how to log in. So we're gonna do it now and then, in hopes that our partners that are not regularly joining us will be able to catch us on a replay. We do see who is logging in and who is not. So we are trying actively to get everybody to log in and at least get themselves used to it. So I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to show you how this board works. By now, you know that you have 3 different groups. The first group is your biweekly group, your monthly group, and the last one at the bottom, it will be the term dates. The term dates next to it is a file column. If you hover over it or you click onto that column, it will open up a PDF and it will give you your term dates. Did you wanted to say something, no?
No, yeah, I know that was one of the things that I was told last week was somebody had spent a lot of time trying to find the term dates, and this is a place where you could find it in 20 seconds. If you come into your Monday board, everybody has it. It's a PDF. Open it up. There's your term dates, so just in case anybody hadn't known that that was there.
Yeah, and there is also another place that is extremely handy. If you ask Oscar, what term date are we on? You'll be able to get your term dates from there. Cool.
Always forget about Oscar. He's the easiest thing to ask.
Yeah, I actually, myself and Esso spent some time with Oscar, and we've trained him, or we fed him some more information. And it's really cool to go about and just play around and see what you can find. But I know from my logistical side of view that I have fed Oscar with a ton of new information. I don't know if I spoke about it. I was doing a course about import and export into the UK and how Brexit has impacted the shipping world.
Mm-hmm.
And I've downloaded all the course material and I fed it all to Oscar. So if you don't have anything to do and you are bored and you cannot sleep, go and ask Oscar, how can I ship goods from Northern Ireland to the UK and what taxes do I'm expected to pay? Right. So
Joanne says she's found Oscar very helpful and polite. Well, I'm glad he's polite. Joanne, we tried our best not to feed him with anything from Robert Ricky. Otherwise, you make him up with a few swear words.
Yeah, that's right. So Robert is not actually feeding Oscar because
he's banned from feeding Oscar.
Right. So let's go over the reporting boards really quick. The first line, you would have your PPCC. Now, we did have an occasion when somebody came into here and they uploaded their files So they downloaded the files from Seller Central and they uploaded it into here. If you do upload the files in here, Noel gonna have to reject it because it's pointless to upload them in here because there is no connection with your files and folders inside your Google Drive. So the data would just sit here. Like you download the file and you just forget about it. That's exactly how it's going to be here as well. If you upload it here, it doesn't mean anything.
And possibly in the future, we might have more connectivity in here, or we might, we might do more with these boards. But realistically, at the minute, this is really a notification system between you and me, in that you tell me when they're there and ready, and I'll tell you that I've got them done. Or if there is an issue, like you can see on screen, a redo an action that I've asked you to do. And obviously, a lot of you guys are talking with me in here.
I don't know if we have lost Noel, but I have definitely lost him. So can you guys...
The sides themselves. Can you hear me?
Hello? Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Sorry, my mobile got a call which interrupted the internet that we're using on.
God. Right. So once you download your file from Seller Central, you put them in the correct report inside your Google Drive, and then I would suggest do them all, upload the files into your Google Drive, and then come into Monday and do all. So you would know that you have done your PPCC. You go in here and you will tell Noel that you have submitted it. Let me just change this one quickly so you see what happens. So when you tell Noel that you have uploaded your files and folders, Noel will get a notification like I did up here that you have submitted or you have uploaded your file, and he knows to work on it. I wanted to show you how the notification looks like, but it looks like it failed because our internet is quite weak. So I'm going to show you on next time. The same thing goes for the SNT and your disbursement. So I'll submit here and I'll submit here. You will notice that I have left out PPCT, and that is for a reason. And I'm going to let Noel talk about the reason why we're not doing yet PPCT.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We will be doing targeted campaigns, but that's not something we've got to yet. So as Mick says, just leave that one alone. Some people do click submitted, even though they haven't, which sends notifications. And then when I have to click it back to normal, you'll get a notification as well. So best just to leave that one alone, to be honest with you.
So now you see what happens whenever you submit the report. As soon as you click into it and you select submitted, Noel receives a notification saying that you have sent in your PPCC, SNT, and disbursements. He will come into here. He will go into your files and folders first, and he will look at them. If there is no issue, he doesn't have any problems with the way you have uploaded your files and the data seems correct, he'll come into here and he will complete the report. Let's complete them all, and then I'll complete this as well. All of them will now change to purple, awaiting end of next term. Next time you come in, you do the exact same thing. You will change this to submitted, and he will receive a notification that you have submitted your files and folders. Now, in an odd occasion where he would reject your files for multiple reasons. Do you want to talk about why you take the files?
Sometimes people duplicate the files that's already been put in. It happens sometimes. Especially, I tell you, the one that actually makes a real bit of difference is the disbursement one. It's a text file, so it's got .txt at the end of it. Some people take that out when they're renaming it, and we actually need that to stay in because we then open that as a text file. We need it to be a text file because then that's how we sort of scrape the information off. So what it would say is that if you're downloading the disbursement and you're doing the renaming as we ask you to do with the term and the country, please don't take the dot text out. And also, please don't add anything into any of the reports. Should it be S&T or PPCC, don't add your name, don't add your company prefix or anything like that if we haven't asked for it, because we're actually in the background building automations. At the minute, what happens is you will upload this report. I then have to go and open the report that you sent in the correct file. Sometimes we're transforming that from one type of file into another and then taking the information across all manually, which takes time. But what we're doing is we are building with the help of Mike actually here, one of our partners, as you know, we're building automations at the minute that actually this will happen for us automatically. When you upload the data, the system will check the data you've put in for a given report, say for US term 217's S&T. It'll be automatically able to check that, make sure that everything is right in there, and then give me the data in the format that I need without me having to actually change that. And then it will copy and paste it to where we put it for you able to see your Opus reports and your P&L reports. So it's really critical that whenever we ask you to name something in a certain way, that's how you do it. You don't deviate. You don't take out that text. You don't add in Noel Murray or whatever. You just put in term 217 US S&T with the spaces that we ask for, because some of the reports are very, very what do you call it? They have to be exact, and if they're not exact, if there's a space not there or a dash not there, then the report won't run. So we'll actually have to be more specific about that when we start those automations, and we will communicate that better. And probably I'm actually discussing it now, but there are reasons why we ask them to be a certain way. Sorry, Mickey, that was more long-winded than I was going to make it.
No, it's okay, Noel. If it helps you and it helps everybody else, it's important to talk about it. So you can go on if you have anything else. Otherwise, I'll move on into...
I am laughing because Joanne has said that she takes the dot text out. And I said, I know, because I did yours earlier, Joanne, and it did make me laugh.
That's why he remembered you, Joanne. He's like, oh, I must tell her off.
Oh, no, there's other people I can say other things about too.
Right. So whenever he rejects your files and folders, he'll come in here and he'll reject them. And you would receive a notification at your end. On my one, it's not going to show that your term has been rejected or your file has been rejected. But on your Monday board, I know for a fact that it does. And you would also have an email saying that the files and folders have been rejected. Mm-hmm. Then the exact same cycle starts all over again. You would go in and you would correct them. Usually Noel leaves you a comment why he rejects the files as well. He won't just reject it and not tell you why. Just keep it a secret. So you go in and you redo what he has asked you to do. Then you come back and you start the same process again. As simple as that. You just resubmit your files and folders, and he receives a notification on his end that you have resubmitted your file. It's very, very easy, very straightforward. Eventually, like when we will move on to what Noel just spoke about, more automations, possibly I would add some more, but so far I feel like Noel has got the hang of it and he likes it. As soon as somebody sends in the files and folders, he does it straight away because he receives that notification and he knows that you have done it. It saves him time and it saves you time. Rather than sending him an email, oh no, I have submitted my files. he will come in here, and that's how you would communicate with each other.
Yeah. As of now, everybody that sent me files in are up to date. I have no notifications sitting on Monday. I've sat there all day today and done them. But yeah, there was one thing I wanted to talk about, Mick, just in in the monthly reports board. I know it
Yeah.
doesn't show here. It's got GMR and profit and loss, but actually that reports monthly board, and some of you will have this already. It should also say the expenses and the stock assets, because those are the ones that we do have to actually update.
Okay.
Um, if you have a board that has those in them, that's fine. What I would ask is see if you have a board at the minute on Monday that doesn't have either an expenses row here or a stock assets row here. Could you maybe DM me and let me know, and then we can work on that for you? Um, they should be there because then at the start of the month when you update those, you also need to we ask you to let us know that those are done. So those would be in the reports monthly section, which works in exactly the same way. Yep, you could put working on it, or you could say submitted. I take submitted in there to mean that you have it updated, and it just lets us know that if that's been updated, you should be able to see your P&L, your profit and loss report, and all of that data should be pulling through for you. A lot of you will know that we've done some upgrading work, and some fixes there and some bugs that we found in the system. But everybody should be seeing all the correct data now, right through the months that you have been reporting on. All the expenses should be there, the revenue should be there from the different countries. And again, if there are issues that it's not coming through, just fire me a DM and we'll have a look as soon as we can, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can with anything that needs done on your end. But it should all be working fine now. I think Mick will not hang around too much longer because our internet is up and down like a yo-yo, and if I get another call, I'll probably disappear. But one thing we did say, I'll share my screen here really quickly and show circle because I
Yeah.
wanted to show people where to find the scribes and the looms. Let me see. If I share the screen. Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah, I can see it. My internet is unstable, but I can see you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah, all good.
All right,
So,
cool.
everyone will know that whenever we started, we were building the courses out and we put in all courses and all reporting is there. The entire course is there, which you all have gone through. So that's there. You've all been through it and you've followed that course. But we did recently introduce all reporting as its own space because we felt that it's such a big area and also such an important area to get right because it does show you so much information about your business from your revenue, from your expenses. It helps you when it comes to reordering. When should I reorder? What should I reorder? All of those things. Um, and we give it its own space. We started then with the foundation space, and in here, if you click in the foundation and at the top, and this is where some of the feedback I got last week. Oh, there's my kit from 2 weeks ago. I haven't been able to run since because I did myself a knee injury. But anyway, the feedback I got was that these buttons here maybe aren't the easiest to see. So these are the how-to videos, how to download your dispersion report, your PPC, your S&T, understanding when to reorder. These are all videos that we've done for you to break these processes down. So that's where you can find those in how-to videos. Some people don't like videos. Some people like to follow maybe a document. So we created the scribes, and the scribes are exactly the same as the video. We do both at the same time, and then we would write notes on the scribes to bulk it out a wee bit. And again, how to download your DLR, PPCC, and these are pretty cool. Actually, I like these because if I open one up, hopefully you'll see this. This opens up a doc from us, and it tells you step by step what to do, and it has photographs or screenshots of us actually doing the process. As you can see here in the top left-hand screen of this screenshot, there's a circle. It's got an orange outline, and that's actually telling you, showing you where to click. So the scribes, when we go through the videos, actually records where we're clicking. So we have to put in a wee bit of information here to help you along the way, but it actually then shows you where to click and how to do these things. So those are two really good useful resources that we've put into all reporting. Most people, if you've got a question on how to download and upload to your Google Drives, these scribes and looms take you through the entire process from start to finish. If I scroll on down here, that's me going through your Google Drive, where to put them. Uh, really self-explanatory. How to actually then rename it using the correct format, all that sort of stuff. So if anybody's having any bother, please refer here. If you have heard of any partners or you're talking with any partners outside of streams and that, because we would love you to be doing that as a community to be talking to each other. And somebody says, yeah, I'm not sure how to do something, let them know these things exist and get them in here. That was just some feedback that I got last week from the calls. And also, we have a really good resource, which is the All Video Library, because a lot of people now have obviously joined All One or Ultra. And so you have products in the Chinese warehouse. In here is really easy to use, self-explanatory. How to use Circle, for example. These all have different colors. So all of the circle tiles have one color gray. All the Monday questions or things you may want to know are all in a different color, all one. This will show you the actual workshop where it was launched. Um, all reporting, which is what I'm going to focus on. These are all in green. And again, these are all the videos, a bit like the looms and the scribes, that breaks all this down for you. So yeah, this is something that needs to be used more and more by people.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Also, I would also want to say, like, whenever you can't see it, like sometimes you are in such a deep place that you can't see something. You are searching for it, but you can't see it. There is the search bar up there. If you type in, I don't know, you can't see the replenishment video. You don't know how to do it. If you type in replenishments, it will bring everything that people have spoken about replenishments, and also my videos or whoever's done a video about the replenishment. So you see where it says there, all one Amazon replenishment. You would be able to find it that way. If you find yourself that you cannot locate that video and you have gone a few times over the library and you still can't see it, because that happens to me many times. I'm searching for something and I'm searching for a sheet and I can't see it anywhere, and
Yep.
I know that is there. I'm just doing a search for it.
Yep. The same with anything. You can put in terms, you can put in replenishments, you can put in seller central, whatever it would be that you're looking for. And it's a really handy tool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we
And
are, go ahead.
sorry, I just wanted to say another thing. And because of our time zone differences, I feel like if you are looking for something really quick, it would be easier for you to go inside Circle and type in and search for it, then send me or Noel an email, or Robert or Ali, if you, especially if you are in the US, because we will not see it until we get to work the next day. You may be working on your replenishment that night, but it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So I will not be able to help you until I get to work the next morning, just around 8:45 after I drop my child to school. So you will be sleeping then.
And
So
it's
it's
also
just,
the case, yeah, it's also the case that we have our own businesses that we have to do all this for as well. So during the day, we mainly work on this stuff for you guys. And as you say, Mick, because of then that time disparity, we could be working on our own businesses in the evening time, trying to catch up with emails and God knows what Amazon sellers central's done to me today or tomorrow. But trying to sort those things out, and we just have to spend time doing that as well. And then we will get back to you as soon as we can. But these are great tips and great resources for you to use to get those answers. And we will make more and more videos as time goes on. We have a list And if you have things that you want to see videos on, please let us know.
Yeah, 100%. We are actively working on a list. I know that I have about 4 to do, and I will be making it just so it helps everyone, and it helps me and it helps you, because it will help me in a sense that you wouldn't have any questions for me and I can crack on with the work, and it helps you because you will be able to find the information before sending a message to anyone.
Yep. Sorry if you can hear the people in the background. It's my notifications going off. People are actively trying to get me. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there for today. But thanks for coming on, guys. Apologies for the problems we're having at the start, and hopefully the quality of the stream has been okay for you to hear and see. Podcasts, if you are listening to the podcast that we put out, I'm actually sitting. This is a new studio in terms of it's been newly decorated. Painted. So this is where all the magic happens. So again, another wee bit of behind the scenes. This is where all the podcasts. This is where the dulcet tones are all recorded. We'll have a sound guy and editor comes in and does all what we need to. Really professional looking setup now that we've got. So yeah, this is where the magic happens, I suppose.
Yeah.
Luckily, Mick, we're not on too many of them.
I don't mind the podcasts. And I think because I just go in there and I talk for 2 hours, I think they keep me away from that room.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, guys, we all know them. It's the end of the month in 2 days. We have our stock assets to update in a couple of days, and we've our expenses as well to update. I know that you will all have your calendar alerts on. You'll have that all in there, so you will be doing them, and we'll see those ticks if you have those in your Monday board. Again, if you don't have those in your Monday board, please let us know. We'll update those hopefully in time for you updating these in the next couple of days.
Cool. Before we leave, Noel, I did go quickly over the chat, and there is a question in there for Joanne. GMR is the globally monthly report. She missed it.
Yes. Let me just get into one. I should know this off the back of my head.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that everybody gets their answers before we leave.
It's the global monthly revenue report. Yep. So it's basically if you have put in your disbursement level reports at the end of your terms and we have them processed, then your GMR, your global monthly revenue report, will show you what your revenue has been in all of the different countries that you're currently selling. So that's what that is. Yep. And you can find that in your drive, not a problem. And if you can't, Joanne, fire us a message if you can't find it in your drive, but it should be there. And if it's looking like there's no data in it for any reason, again, fire me a DM and I'll take a quick look for you. No, it doesn't mean that it's because it says global that you have to be global. It's just if you sell in more than one location, it would show all of the locations, but you would still have a revenue report even if you're only selling in the US. So it should still be there. All right, Mick, I'm going to shut up and you can see us out for the day. I'm going to go grab some sleep because it's really knackered me. I've got too much sun.
He goes sunburned from 15 degrees. Right. It was cold.
Sue, I see your comment there. It could be just a filter or something in the background. I'll take a look for you.
Great. On that note, we love you and we leave you. We let Noel go home and put some sun cream on his face.
Right. All right, guys. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.